Check one, two.
Check 1 2.
Mic check 1 2.
Mic check 1 2. Yeah, it sounds like it.
Testing.
Testing.
Good. Turn
Good.
this off too.
Good. Turn this off too. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Franklin Field for WIAA Baseball here live on Zaleski Sports. I'm Elijah Venxelada live here on the solo call here. Matt Peck couldn't make it today. Well, he's hanging around the press box for a minute here, but he's getting ready to head out soon. We're getting just underway here for Hudson versus Hartford in a nightcap here that was supposed to be played yesterday, but the tornado warnings kept that from happening last night, so they postponed the game till tonight, and we're gonna get started underway here soon, live from Franklin Field, home of the Milwaukee Milkmen. We were in another bit of a time crunch here coming in. So both these teams, first for the Hartford Orioles, they come in at 4-2 with wins over Lake Country Lutheran 13-0, West Bend East 6-3. They lost to Kettle Moraine 3-2. They beat Arrowhead 2-1. They lost to Slinger 2-4 and beat Whitnall on a walk-off today on a 5-run comeback in the last inning, similar to how Hudson came back down 8-2 against Muskego. So that was a really fun way to kick things off at the PBR event here. As we've got just about set to go underway here, and our starting pitcher for the day is number 1, Miles Ho, who throws with his right hand. He's a senior for this Hudson team, and these Hudson Raiders looking to sweep the day. Same with the Hartford Orioles as well, as we're about to get set to go underway here from Franklin Field. Leading off for the Orioles is number 4, Aiden Kolb, who is actually, I believe, pitching today. First pitch is popped up in the air. Shortstop calls over it, or second baseman gets it, and that's out number 1 to start us off here from Franklin Field. None of the game changers are up yet for both teams. I expect that to get underway. Second batter of the game is number 17, Brady Helms, who's also listed as a pitcher on Bound, Wisconsin. He's a junior. Penn State commit, Brady Helm. There we go. Pitch is taken inside for a ball on the first pitch on him. 1-0 pitch is grounded foul to the left side. One pitch. This one's lined to left field. That's going to fall for a base hit. And it's a 1-out base hit for the Penn State commit. So 1 on, 1 out. And that'll send up Romans for the Hartford Orioles. 1 out gone by. First pitch taken in for a ball. A lot better being in the press box here for the second game of the afternoon. That first game was a thriller. I tell you what, that pitch is taken just inside for a ball. Caden Romans at the plate. Ho on the mound, throwing 7 pitches so far. How? This one's going to be lined to left field. The left fielder playing on it, Bo Leo, makes the catch. That's the second out of the inning. And quickly, other than that base hit from Helms, the Penn State commit, there hasn't really been any much damage so far for the Orioles. Both teams, like I said, if you're just joining us, Pat played a game today already. Hartford beating Whitnall 6-5 in a 5-run comeback, and Hudson coming back down from 8-2 in a matchup between the top 2 teams by the PBR rankings in the state. Who was first out of the 2? I believe it was Muskego was first, so technically, quote unquote, it was an upset for the Raiders. 1-1 on Mazer. And he gets hit by a pitch, so that will put a guy on first and second base. And Slater will come up to bat here for, looks like, is this an appeal or no? Just pitch calm issues going on at first pitcher. So now Jackson Slater will come up to the plate for the Orioles. Two guys have reached so far. Helms on a base hit. Mazer on a hit by pitch. Looks like they're kind of inspecting the ball right there.
Yeah.
While we're on that here, we're going to read the alignments for the fielding for behind Howe. Bo Leo in left. I think that's man. Hang on here. Sam Manchester at center field. Ani who started that first game pitching, is in right field. Swanson at third. Matazinski at short. Abrahamson at second base. Sousa at first, and Hagman pushing the buttons for Howe. So still a little bit of a discussion right here. The third base head coach Steve Oleshko of Hartford. First time we introduced him tonight. One of the big coaches in the WIAA. He's still talking with the umpires. I'm still confused on what's going on here. And now Steve Oleshko is going to head over to that Hudson dugout right now, just outside of our camera frame, and maybe just get a little talk going on there. Chatter saying what's up. Hey, how'd you guys feel about that walk-off? We both had good comebacks today. Imagine he's saying something like that to them down that side. So here we go. 2 outs. Guy on first and second. Jackson Slater comes up to bat. Ten pitches thrown by Howe so far. That pitching staff really locked in for Hudson late in that game. First pitch is taken down low for a ball. 1-0 pitch. This one is low again. A lot of home run balls being hit early on in the first game between Hudson and Muskego. 18 runs combined between the two. That one just hits the left side corner for strike one. Just shows that, I do think Muskego versus Hudson, that's going to be the state title game for sure, I think. My early prediction. That one almost hits Slater. One thing I kind of noticed right here, both runners go. 3-1 on Slater now. So second and third, 2 outs. One thing I noticed, like I was saying early on, both these teams are wearing their black jerseys today. So it's definitely an interesting sight to see. So 3-1 pitch is outside. Now the count is 3-1. I had that wrong at first. They don't have a guy running Jumbotron. It's just going to be me in this press box in about 5 minutes. That one almost hits him again. Wow. Yeah, it did hit him this time, yeah. So now runners are all over the corners. And it'll set up an at-bat for Walters. Brady Walters. So a chance for the Orioles to do some damage here in the top of the first inning, and Hagman's going to go out and chat with Howe. And while he chats, we want to remind you of our game day sponsor, PBR Prospects. At Prospect Training Academy, we train to develop and create leaders on and off the field. We teach our players to be prepared, tough, and accountable. We also focus on the importance of academics and character. We play for the same name on the front and the teammates around us. Sign up today at ptabaseball.com. First pitch is inside for a ball. You don't want to walk a guy in. Walters, the 1-0 pitch is in there for a strike. Howe up to 17 pitches. 2/3, 1 hit, and 2 hit by pitches. This one's grounded over the shortstop. Matazinski over to first, makes the play, and they get out the jam in the first inning over to Sousa. So no score as we head to the bottom of the first inning. You guys are watching high school baseball right here on Zaleski Sports.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fir, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Hey! You're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eau Claire.
Ooh.
Jane, I'm Steve from Security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, it's the righty Brandon Slack who is starting pitching today, I believe, for the Hartford Orioles. 6'2" sophomore. Kind of got a sidearm action going on here as he's warming up right now. Going to be a really great game tonight here between these two squads who have already walked or came back from big deficits early on today at the Prep Baseball Report Showcase. By the way, Elijah Vanks just me tonight here. First game it was me and Matt Peck. I'm solo here calling in, producing this game live from the press box here. Making a good time out of it here. As we get set to go here in the bottom of the first inning, Sam Abrahamson leading off, Logan Hagman batting second, Matazinski batting third, Sam Manchester batting cleanup, Bullis batting fifth, Swanson sixth, seventh is Ani, Sousa is eighth, and Bolio rounds it out at ninth in the batting order for the Hudson Red Raiders. We're head coached by Brent Blagan. Really good coach for the squad. No losses yet on the year for these Hudson Orioles. Or I got them wrong for a second. Hudson Raiders. I kind of mixed the two teams up right there. First pitch is in there for a ball. Just at the outside corner. Sam Abrahamson had a pretty decent game last time out. Sousa was the one that notably hit the 2-run home run in the top of the ninth inning. This pitch is downstairs for a ball. Braden Slack, is on the mound to start today for Hudson. One-0 pitch. 2-0 pitch is high and upstairs. Can't find the zone just yet. Usually takes him a minute for his zone to be calibrated. And Hageman right here looking to see if he gets the green light here in the first at-bat from Coach Blagan. I highly doubt it, but here we go. 3-0 pitch. Right down the middle for strike one. Gave it to him, but didn't chase it. Three-one pitch. Big swing and a miss from Hagman. He's got some power here. Most notably 2 years ago when we did him on against Germantown. Their hitting sent the lights out of this place. They scored 8 to 10 runs. I can't remember it off the top of the head how many runs they scored, but Hagman hit one to left field deep. So here we go. From 3-0 to 3-2, Slack has worked his way back. Here's the delivery. That one's taken low for ball 4, and it's a leadoff walk for the Hudson Raiders, and that'll send up the catcher Logan Hagman. Oh, pardon me, that was Abrahamson at the plate again. Numbers are kind of small from up here, but I'm just double checking with Game Changer every time. So now Hagman, with this power I was just talking about, is coming up to plate. 6-pitch walk for Abrahamson drawn. The first pitch is on the corner for strike one. One zero pitch is behind the backstop, and it's going to get Abrahamson to second base on a wild pitch. Pass ball, too, if you will. It's Mazer behind the plate for him. Pushing the buttons for Slack. In the outfield is Slater, Romans, and Walters. From third to first base, it's Holmes, Helms, Kolb, Kiekler, and Laffenbauer. Laffenberg. One's also taken low for another ball. 2-1 now on the catcher Hagman. So runner advances to second on that wild pitch. Two 2-1 pitch is coming up to Hagman. Delivers here, and it hits the batter Hagman. So now a couple of hit by pitches in the first top inning and then the bottom of the first inning so far. Both pitchers have had their respected moments with that. So first and second with no outs gone by, and early on some command issues going on for Braden Slack. Kind of slacking off a little bit, pun intended. Let's see when his last pitching appearance was. I don't think he's pitched since that Kettle Moraine game. Yeah, he pitched that Kettle Moraine game when they lost by 1 run. He got the L for that game. 4 1/3, 1 hit, 1 earned run, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts for Slack on the mound. So early on here, a walk and a hit by pitch for the sophomore on the mound. But this is Steve Oleshko trusting a sophomore to lead his team out here on the mound. He's got a tall frame so far. Good 6'2" on the mound. May not seem too tall for some people, but that arm length is probably, he's got that sidearm kind of action going on. That ball's outside. Still looking for that command so far, though. Slack has thrown 8 out of his 12 pitches were our balls so far. So that zone is not non-existent so far. 1-0 pitch is popped up high in the air to center field. Romans calls for it in center. And Abrahamson tags the third, and he'll get there easily on the cutoff to Kolb. So the first out gone by. I think we might have the same issue that I had first game when I produced as well, but we'll manage with it. So technically, Hartford is the home team again. Or no, Hudson's the home team now, pardon me. I didn't get it wrong this time. Thank goodness. That was something last game, trying to work through the production, putting runs in instead of advancing the runner to home plate. I kind of had to add the runs alone by itself. It kind of looked confusing in a way with the scoreboard alignment, but we moved through it. So Manchester comes up to bat with guys on first and third, 1 out. And a couple hits. Runner goes to second base. The throw is low, and it bounces, kind of a spiked throw from Mazer from the to second base right there. And now base hit can make this thing 2-0 early on. Hagman at second, Abrahamson at third. Manchester looking to plate the first runs of the night for the Raiders. 1-0 pitch. Downstairs for a ball. 2-0 now on Manchester. One almost hit him again. The ball gets away. Abrahamson coming home. There's no throw, and it's 1-0. I think that might have hit him as well because he's getting into first base. The count was at 2-0. And they celebrate in the dugout just like they were last game. So it's now a 1-0 lead for the Hudson Raiders. Let's see what they score that on Game Changer. I believe it's just going to be a walk, but on a pass ball, Abrahamson scores. Pitches were a little behind, so that was a 4-pitch walk right there. That command is just still non-existent. And I think Slack, he just needs to take a little deep breath right now, which he is. As he's got to try to compose himself on the mound. Make it 14 of his 19 first pitches of this game. Balls now. Runner goes to second. The throw, it's a good one, and it's cut off by the second baseman, Kiekler. Manchester on to second base. 2-0 on the 2-0 count. It's kind of going low and high so far. Only walked about 2 batters in his first start against Kettle Moraine, but Slack is really trying to find the zone right now. Bullis at the plate right now. 2-0 pitch to him is high again. Oh, man. Just cannot find it at all so far. We're going the 3-0 pitch. Let's see if Coach Blagan gives him the green light right here. On the righty-lefty matchup. That one is outside for ball 4, and here we go. Steve Oleshko is sending a guy to warm up in the bullpen. That's a big surprise. Not too big of a surprise now, but Ethan Ford getting loose in that bullpen, the junior, and I think that might be a good decision soon. He already had a mound visit early on. The next one, he's going to have to take out the pitcher. 22 pitches for Slack. And 17 of those pitches are balls. So here we go. Bases loaded for Swanson. The first pitch is in the dirt. Wow. He just absolutely does not have it right now. Just got to try to find the rhythm to just get back into the counts right now. I'm expecting another auto take coming here for Swanson unless he gets a really good pitch. And he does just that and fouls it. That would have been a strike too because that was a really good alignment on the pitch. One 0 pitch to Swanson. He pops this one up foul and over to Loomis Road. Hartford only about a 30 to 40 minute drive to get here today. Hudson arrived yesterday right before the tornado warning hit Franklin around 3 or 4 p.m. A 5-hour drive for the Orioles. For the Raiders, I should say. Raiders, Hudson on the border of the state of Wisconsin. So now he works a 1-2 count to Swanson. Here we go. This one's grounded over to the pitcher. He's going to try to get a double play. 1-6 to 3. Double play, and they get out the inning with just 1 run. But the command has definitely been an issue to start the first inning, and we will take a game break. It's a score on a wild pitch from Abrahamson. That'll do it for the first inning. We will come right back live with you on Zaleski Sports for more baseball.
At Ridgestop Exteriors, we're more than your average home improvement company. We're your neighbors, and for over 20 years, we've been trusted and proudly serving right here in your community. Customer service is our #1 goal. Call now for your free estimate.
Ridgetop Exteriors.
Coaches teach your kids to dream. Coaches teach your kids to overcome. Coaches teach your kids good sportsmanship. Coaches teach your kids proper technique. But who teaches your coaches?
Back here live from Franklin Field, home of the Milwaukee Milkmen and the UW Milwaukee Panthers baseball team in Division I. They just won their game. Actually, as we were coming in to this one, we were walking right into the stadium, and the Panthers had a win today in the Division I NCAA conference play, I believe, in the Horizon League they had today. One of their future opponents is St. Thomas, so start at the top of the second inning, a 1-0 score. So far, a lead for the Hudson Raiders, 1-0 via a pass ball on a walk. Abrahamson scored on it. So that's all we have for score so far in the first inning. The command has been off point so far, though, for the pitcher, Braden Slack. 1 inning, no hits given up, 3 walks. So that's definitely a disappointing part to start this game for a pitcher like Slack, who one of the young guns for this team, as the first pitch is a hit by pitch. Again, that's our 3rd hit by pitch, folks, already. Stepping into the box is Rademacher. Brandon Rademacher gets to first base on the first pitch, and I don't know, that's got to hurt a lot in the cold weather like this. 43 degrees with a 15-mile-per-hour wind coming into this one tonight. Looks like Hartford still got some guys warming up. This one's popped up in the air to the third base left field side, and it's going to fall fast. But Leo and Swanson try to get it. A little bit late on that pitch. Now Easton Kiekler comes up to the bat. Miles Howe, 20 pitches so far in this ball game, 1 inning, 1 hit in that first inning from the Penn State commit, Ben Helms. Takes a pitch for a ball. One to Kiekler is a big swing and a miss on the breaking ball. That was a good idea, though, for the pitcher, Howe. One-two pitch. Swing and a miss. Our first strikeout of the game belongs to Kiekler. And I believe, that's our first strikeout of the game right there. Either side. Coming 1 in the 3rd inning into this one. And now the 9-hole hitter, Logan Laufenberg, up to the bat. This one's grounded over. The pitcher slips. It's going to go over to Matazinski. He's going to get a play at second. Over to first. The double play. 6-3 double play. And once again, the Hudson Raiders get out of the inning. And that'll take us to the bottom of the second inning, where Hudson looks to extend their lead over Hartford right after this on Zaleski Sports.
Hey, Fleet Farm fans, you asked, we listened. You wanted lower prices? You got them. In-store, online. We drop prices everywhere. Lower prices on summer favorites like Liquid Pool Shock, Griller's Gold Barbecue Pellets, and Airhead Towables. Lower prices on big-name pet care like Purina Tidy Cats. Lower prices on Valvoline Motor Oils. All because you said so. Look for the bright green price drop signs to find new lower prices on everything you need for everyday life. Only at Fleet Farm.
Looking for a place where everyone feels at home? Welcome to Point Brewery, your family-friendly tap room with something for everyone. From a wide variety of local brews to classic Point sodas for the kids, we've got the perfect pour for everyone. Craving a bite? We've got hot, cheesy Portesi pizzas ready when you are. Whether you're hanging out inside or soaking up the sun in our outdoor beer garden, there's space to unwind. Planning a celebration? Reserve our private event room and make it a gathering to remember. Point Brewery, good times, great taste, all on tap.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, it's a 1-0 ball game. Hudson leading Hartford. Still the same pitcher on the mound for Hartford, despite Steve Oleshko warming up an arm in the bullpen. It'll still be Braden Slack, who kind of slacked off a little bit in that first inning with throwing balls and strikes, throwing almost 80 to 90% of his pitches were balls in that first inning. Looking back at that total again, 26 of the 34 pitches, as the first pitch is a blooper to the shortstop, and it will be caught for the out number 1. So both these teams teeing off so far here, swinging at the first pitch. As that bat that time was Sousa, who was the walk-off hero, Mark Sousa. Hit the 2-run go-ahead home run in the top of the ninth. This one is popped up in the air. This is Sousa actually at the plate. This one's going to go over his head all the way to the deepest part of the park, and that's a ground rule double for Mark Sousa. He's trying to keep going to say it was a home run, but oh my goodness. That ball was carrying to deep center field. And how about that? Mark Sousa setting a tone just like he hit that big 2-run bomb. He was like, I wanted another one right there. Just missed it. And that was to the deepest part. This park is way deeper than that field we were playing at the Rock Sports Complex, just not even a block away from here, just right down the street. This one's popped up in the air. That's going to come all the way up to us in the press box almost. And it'll be fouled off. The bottom of the order now, the 9th hole hitter, Bo Leo, who didn't play last game, is up to the bat. Tyler Bolio, the sophomore outfielder, playing in left field today for the Hudson Raiders. Good start. Leadoff double from Sousa. Bolio takes down low. Slack starting to find that zone a little bit right now. He had the pop out to start the inning. One pitch is grounded over to the third base side, fouled right at the last minute. Helms conceded the ball. So the count goes to 1-2 now, and so far in this inning, the command looking a little bit better for the starting pitcher Slack. This one's popped up either to first base side. Who's going to call it? Oh my! Miscommunication right there in foul territory. Kiekler and Laufenbauer were trying to communicate who has it, but the wind kind of sliced that one a little bit too, so it's kind of a little bit of a mix of both between Laufenberg and Kiekler. So we'll do the 1-2 again, and now a chance for Hudson to make it hurt off of a missed pop-up opportunity. 1-2 pitch is down low. Try to get him with the breaking ball. Wind is definitely blowing out as it was blowing. It was blowing towards the outfield today from Franklin Field. This one's grounded to the shortstop. Kolb. He's able to make a play over to first base to Laufenberg for out number 2. That's a 6-3 ground out. So 2 outs gone by. The runner advances to third. I think I accidentally took runner off the bag. Now Sousa advances to third base. Slack 1 out from keeping this where it is. Only about a 10-pitch inning so far. This one grounded foul. As we're back to the top of the order, Sam Abrahamson walked his first time up. A 1-out double from Sousa. That's been it for Hudson. 0-1 pitch. Downstairs for a ball. Sousa, once again, if you're just joining us, was the walk-off hero He homered to right field in that first game against Muskego. Looking to deliver another run. Abrahamson takes outside for a ball way outside. A couple of those pitches that have missed completely. It's happened a few times a day. Steve Oleshko was warming up in that first inning, another pitcher, but seems to have kind of set him down a little bit. That was Ethan Ford that he had up, the junior. 2-1 pitch. Hits him. That's our 4th hit by pitch today. And you got to figure there's some bad blood between these teams if they're hitting each other a lot, huh? So Abrahamson walks, and now he gets hit by a pitch. And runners are on the corners with 2 outs. That command for both sides has just not been in point so far in this ball game. So now Logan Hagman comes up to bat once again. He was hit by a pitch his first time out. Call it 4. Almost hits him again. As he takes the ball, the runner advances to second on stolen base, Abrahamson. So runners on second and third, a base hit can make this a 3-0 game. Hagman had a notable at-bat in that Muskego game where he had about 10 to 12 pitches in the at-bat. And just stayed alive, and I believe he walked 2 to end it off. That's what you love from players like guys like him. Just staying in your counts and being able to work the pitcher's fatigue. 2-0 pitch. Almost hits him again. And now that command's starting to go away just a little bit again for Braden Slack. He's almost up to 20 pitches now in the inning. He's at 18 on his pitch count. 41 on the game. 3-0 pitch. He auto takes it for a strike. For a guy like him, I mean, he's got the power in the world, so I wouldn't have been surprised if Coach of Hudson would have let him go for it here and try to take one for a ride to left field. 3-1 pitch. This one's lifted high and deep to left field. This one is going to get over the head of Slater. Both runners score, and it's an RBI double for Logan Hagman, picking up right where he left off in that first game. Just using the power contact here in the 3-1, he put it on a tee and he let that one fly all the way to the warning track and over the head of Slater. Slater wasn't playing that deep either, so interesting alignment right there, and it's now a 3-0 game. Hudson leads. Continues to ambush the hitting so far in this ball game. It's taken in for a strike. And Slater was battling with the sun a little bit too on that one. I'm taking on the outside corner for a ball. On RBI double. I think if Abrahamson didn't steal from first to second, he still would have scored no matter what, because this whole Hudson team can fly down the line. 1-1. Hits that corner. 1 balls and 2 strikes. And Hartford looking to not make it any more damage. Done. Comes the 1-2 pitch. Or 2-1 now, actually, Game Changer says. Matazinski. He was hit by a pitch as well in his first at-bat. Or 0 for 1, I should say. It's like weird on Game Changer. It pops up. He had the at-bat, but doesn't say what happened in his first. I believe he popped up his first time out. Matazinski, one of the big gloves for this team. This one is lifted high and deep to left field. And it is a sliding catch. What a catch by Slater, Jackson Slater. First one went over his head. This one doesn't. And he stops the damage there. But 2 runs come in by a Liam Hagman double. And that'll take us to our another game break here on Zaleski Sports. You're watching high school baseball.
Hey Hey, Fleet Farm fans, you asked, we listened. You wanted lower prices? You got them. In-store, online. We drop prices everywhere. Lower prices on summer favorites like Liquid Pool Shock, Griller's Gold Barbecue Pellets, and Airhead Towables. Lower prices on big-name pet care like Purina Tidy Cats. Lower prices on Valvoline motor oils. All because you said so. Look for the bright green price drop signs to find new lower prices on everything you need for everyday life. Only at Fleet Farm.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 180,000 participants here in Wisconsin who take part in high school sports.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, a couple score updates right here from the PBR Baseball Showcase. Franklin has a 10-1 lead on St. Thomas More. The Sabres off to a flying start in on their season. Kenosha Tremper with a 5-0 lead on Racine Case. Whitnall with a 2-0 lead on Cudahy. Westosha Central with a 6-2 lead on Lake Geneva Badger so far. And in this game, 3-0 lead for Hudson. As now digging into the plate is Aiden Kolb. Back to the top of the order. The shortstop. Retired his first time on a pop out. That one is down low. 2-0 quickly on Kolb. Miles Howe on the mound. This one's grounded over to Abrahamson at second base. Routine play over to Sousa for out number 1. Almost said second pace like Pacers or something like that for a sec there. Miles Howe, utility man as well to add on to his pitching resume. He's a senior for this squad. Takes inside for a strike for Helms, the Penn State commit. Helms with a lone hit. One lone hit so far for this squad. This one's grounded over the shortstop Matazinski. Over to first. Another routine play to Sousa. And 2 quick outs for this Hudson Raiders team. It's easy as 1, 2, 3 on the diamond so far in the infield. Just kind of routine grounders right now. Brady Helms retired after his first base hit. And now Caden Roman's up to bat. One's taken outside for a ball. Not too many pitches thrown. This game is going a lot faster so far than that first game we had with Muskego and Hudson. That game lasted almost 3.5 hours. We played a full MLB-style inning game, full 9 innings. Even though in the WIAA high school it's 7 innings with regular play without extras. One's taken inside for a strike. 2 balls and a strike now on Caden Romans. Was out his first time. Both teams not striking the ball out that much so far. That one almost hits him. Kind of pulls out the way. Howe has done a pretty good job with this command so far. Kind of half and half right now, 50-50 with his balls and strikes. This one's lined to right field. The right fielder going deep on it. It's going to go over his head. That went all the way to the wall. Ani kind of had to play it with the sunglasses on. The sun's still out in this one here, despite the storms passing by the other night. And it's a 2-out double, the farthest hit of the night so far for Hartford. It's a 2-out double for Caden Romans. And once again, just like how Logan Hagman did it last inning, Caden Romans ambushes a 3-1, put it on a T-type pitch, and he was able to get that one surprisingly all the way to the wall. It didn't look like that one was carrying at first. It was more of a line drive. So now it's 2 outs with Romans at second base, and that's our 5th hit by pitch, folks. Mazer gets hit, and I don't know, there might actually be bad blood between these two teams or something going on, because you don't see in 2 2/3 innings guys getting hit by pitch every time, it seems like. So now Jackson Slater comes up to bat. And those hit by pitches probably hurt as well with this 40 degrees with the wind blowing in, making it feel like it's like 30 degrees outside. I was freezing my butt off last game, but that was such a great game that it didn't matter to me. And they're going to have a pinch runner for Mazer at first base. Mazer the catcher, so you're allowed to substitute a pinch runner in on the base paths. First pitch, oh my gosh, that almost hit Slater now. Slater walked his first time up. Well, the command kind of falling through a little bit. This one's going to be grounded over, going to be a tough play. It's going to get past the pitcher. Tough play to get there, and they just get it. Abrahamson on the slow roller to Sousa on the 4-3 ground out, and they get out of another jam in the top of the third inning. We will head to the bottom of the third. Still 3-0 Hudson leading on Hartford. You're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
My grandparents worked so hard their whole life to keep things nice. You want to make sure that you're getting the job done correctly. At no point did I feel like I wasn't being handled by professionals. They were literally taking it on a surgical level, it seemed. Like they were very, very thorough on every step. I feel like Infinity treated my family with the same respect they would have treated their own. I feel like my house is brand new again.
Welcome back here. You live here on Zaleski Sports. I'm Elijah Vinks-a-lot here on the call solo and producing this game. 2.5 innings gone by and a 3-0 lead for Hudson and over Hartford. Both these teams have won today in their first game of their double headers. Hudson defeating Muskego 10-8 in a big and highly anticipated battle between two of the top two teams via the PBR rankings. Muskego number 1, Hudson number 2. And Hartford defeated Whitnall 6-5 in that first game. They trailed 5-1 heading into the 7th inning. And they were able to rattle off 5 runs to finish their game off there. Upcoming schedule here on Zaleski Sports in the Milwaukee area. For now, we only have one confirmed game, but we are looking at one on Tuesday and Friday for sure next week. Tuesday, we are confirmed to do New Berlin Eisenhower hosting Pewaukee baseball at 4:30 p.m. The reigning Division II state champion New Berlin Eisenhower Lions will be on the network for the first time this season. Always great company being out there, a lot of great people. Friday, it's tentative right now for us, but we are looking to possibly get Kenosha St. Joe's on at Whitefish Bay. Got a lot of conflicts next week between me and Matt's schedule, so we'll only be able to get 2 games on next week. First pitch is a big cut for a swinging strike. And now a new pitcher coming in for Hartford. It's Ethan Ford who comes in. A guy who was warming up since that first inning. Not the start that they wanted. This is a slow roller to Helms at third base, but he's a Penn State commit, so he makes the play over to Laffenberg for out number 1. This game has gone by so fast. I know if you guys have probably heard that since I first started the stream here, but that first game, 3 hours and 15 minutes from first pitch to end of the game, a full 9 innings too, and keep in mind there's no pitch clock either, so guys on both teams in Muskego and Hudson could take as much time as they need to. This one's grounded over to the first base side. Laffenberg Gonna flip it over to the pitcher forward for out number 2 on the 3-1 ground out. So quick 2 outs gone by and only 3 pitches thrown for Ethan Ford coming out of the bullpen here. He's been one of the firemen, if you will, putting out the fires for the damage that the pitchers have done early on in the game. 3 runs isn't terrible, though, for Hudson, for Hartford. So now Swanson comes up to bat. He's 0 for 1 on the night. These Raiders haven't struck out yet. Gone by 1.5 times through this order. Just shows how great of plate discipline they have, as that one's taken in for a strike. 0-2 quickly here. Watch right as I say this, he's going to strike out for the first time tonight for the whole Hudson team. So 0-2 now on Swanson. Ford delivers a ground out here, another slow one over to Kolb, looking to make the play fast to first base. It's a 1-2-3 inning to Laufenberg, and the first scoreless inning for Hartford on the pitching end. We will head to the top of the 4th inning, or bottom of the 3rd inning, right after this on Zaleski Sports.
Hey, Fleet Farm fans, you asked, we listened. You wanted lower prices? You got them. In-store, online. We drop prices everywhere. Lower prices on summer favorites like Liquid Pool Shock, Griller's Gold Barbecue Pellets, and Airhead Towables. Lower prices on big name pet care like Purina Tidy Cats. Lower prices on Valvoline motor oils. All because you said so. Look for the bright green price drop signs to find new lower prices on everything you need for everyday life. Only at Fleet Farm.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
Not even an hour into this game, and we are almost halfway through this one. 3-0 lead for Hudson over Hartford. I've kind of got those two mixed up today, both starting with H's. 7-0 Hudson Raiders taking on the 4-2 Hartford Orioles at the Prep Baseball Report Showcase at the Rock Sports Complex. This is the one and only game at this event at the Franklin Field, and kind of last minute. We were originally not going to do this one today, but I kind of last minute checked my schedule and made sure I had nothing going on, and I was like, why not? Let's get out to another ball game today. First one was a thriller. This one has kind of been a lot of low scoring, low contact so far, kind of the aftermath of everything that both these teams had early on in the day with their high heart rates and high blood pressures going up through the game. As Hartford had their walk-off on Whitnell, coming back from 5 runs in 1 inning to walk it off 6-5, and Hudson's most notably 8-2 comeback on Muskego early in this one. So here we are tonight, 3 innings through, top of the 4th inning. And leading off for Hartford is Brady Walters. Miles Howe still on the mound for Hudson. He's done a pretty good job so far. One scoots away from Howe, from the catcher Hagman, pardon me. So now 3-0 early on Walters. 3-0 pitch is outside, and way outside because it almost hit Walters. That's a 4-pitch walk to start the inning. That's a combined, it's only his second walk of the game, or first, I should say. At the 7, 8, 9 part of the lineup, now the designated hitter, Brandon Radermacher, coming up to bat for the Orioles now. That first pitch is inside for a ball. So first 5 pitches of the inning are balls. And how, first time tonight, he's having a little bit of trouble finding the zone early on in a count. This one, he gets a green light, and it's going to get through the gap past Matazinski to left field. And it's a base hit for Rademacher. So early on, a walk and a base hit, doing some damage for Coach Oleshko's squad. And Hartford looking to get on the board after 3 innings of nothing so far. Kiekler comes back up to bat now. And he's signaling for bunt, pulls it back. The runners kind of did their jab step forward, looking to advance on a hit and run situation. Signals bunt again, and this time, I believe they called it a strike. 1-1 on Kiekler, still looking to possibly bunt. Not a bad idea to advance guys a second and third with no outs. This one is bunted foul, and now he's going to have to sharpen himself up here and try to swing a ball to one of the gaps. Kiekler playing second base today. 0 for 1, the one lone strikeout in this whole game combined between these both two teams. That's why this game is going so fast so far. That one's taken outside for a ball. 2-2 now on Kiekler. And now Howe's going to pull off the mound. That's Hartford looking to pull their pitch count up a little bit. 2-2 pitch is just high for ball 3. And like I say, this is probably going to be the biggest pitch of Hartford's game so far at the plate. Full count now, nobody out. Guys on first and second base. 3-2 pitch is outside. It's bases loaded, no outs. And Howe's command just kind of off a little bit to start this inning. Walters advances to third, Rademacher to second. And now Kiekler gets on to first with no outs. And the Orioles looking to put some runs on the board. As Hagman looking to calm down Howe a little bit on the mound. 2 walks and a base hit to start this inning. Let's see what happens here. Bottom of the order, 2. Logan Laufenberg, the first baseman up to bat. First pitch is in there for a strike. One delivery is bounces. Hagman didn't know where it was at first, but the runners stayed put. Luckily, that ball didn't go all the way to the backstop for Hudson's sake. Otherwise, Hartford would have been on the board right there. 1-1 pitch. This one popped up in the air. It's dying fast. It's going to fall for a base hit. Laufenberg scores. They're going to hold, or Walter scores. They're going to hold Rademacher at third base. And it stays bases loaded with no outs. So 3-1 now, and all of a sudden, Hartford making some noise and trying to have another comeback of their own. Only in the 4th inning, but looking to do more damage as the top of the order is back up. Kolb, first pitch taken downstairs for a ball. One just a line shot to left center field. No chance by Manchester out there. 1-0 pitch. This one's grounded right to home plate. It's going to be a foul ball. Honestly, in a way, if Hagman would have let that one stay fair, they could have had a chance. But Howe had to get all the way to home plate right in time in order for them to make that quick play. And you don't want that scenario where you get a diving Rademacher to the plate. Big swing and a miss from Kolb. He wanted to make this a 5-3 lead for them, and so it's a 1-2 count now. And Howe looking for that first out of the inning. 55 pitches gone by in this game for him. This one popped up high in the air to deep right field. This one going behind Ani. It's off the wall. That'll score 3 runs, I believe. Rademacher scores. Kiekler scores. They're going to hold the runner at third base, and we are tied. Just like that. RBI double from Aiden Kolb, and we are leveled at 3. And now a mound visit comes for Hudson. Head coach Brent Blagan comes out on the mound to kind of give a chat right now. Hasn't been a pretty inning so far for Hudson's starting pitcher. Bet you this mound visit's just trying to calm him down a little bit right now. Still no outs. And Hartford doing a lot of damage in the top of the 3rd inning. That ball went all the way to the top of that wall in right field, and where they have the screaming Sicilian pizza, that ball was screaming off of that sign. If that ball would have went a little bit more left, that sign is a little bit higher. That could have been a home run, grand slam possibly. But a break right there for Hudson. And now Brady Helms almost hit by a pitch right there. 1-1 the count on him. Infield playing in. Maybe talked about some of the infield situations too. 1-1 pitch to Helms is fouled off. Right now, Miles Howe just needs to see the ball go and play. Or get one out to get that goose egg off of the outs. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. That's a huge one. And they're going to secure it over at first. A big strikeout right there at first base for out number 1. And they get the biggest hitter and biggest threat at the plate out in Brady Helms, the Penn State commit. So 1 out gone by now. Caden Romans, who kind of started this whole thing, grounds this one foul. Almost batted through the whole order so far. Miles Howe up to 61 pitches, and now looking into the Lennon Kugel's hop yard bullpen area. There's a guy getting loose for Hudson. Pitch count starting to get up there for Howe. Steps off the mound again. Brent Blagan having a little explanation with the umpire. Laufenberg at third base. This one fouled to the back screen. 0-2 now on Romans. Hartford looking to take their first lead of the night. A pop out or a sac fly would do it. That one spikes in the dirt. That didn't even get to home plate. That spiked almost in that grass area. Looked like Howe tried to get a breaking ball out of that, kind of missed it off. So now a 1-2 pitch coming on Caden Romans. Here we go. Swing and a miss. A big strikeout. Secured in the glove of Hagman, and 2 big outs right after that RBI double from Kolb. And this is just what they need right now. They need to just keep this game where it is if you're Hudson. As they send up Jack Mazer to the plate. Hit by pitch his first time up. This one lined to deep left center field. That's going to get over the head of Bo Leo and Manchester. Both runs score. Hartford takes the lead on an RBI double from Mazer. Laufenberg and Cole both score off of that double. And Hartford just continues to rake here in this inning. 5-3 make it now off of a 1-2 pitch. That's 5 hits in the game. 4 hits and 1 walk in the inning lead to 5 runs for the Orioles. Mazer at second base with Slater back up to the plate now. We've officially batted through the whole order now. And it's all worth it for the Orioles. This one grounded over to Abrahamson. He makes the play at first, and that'll do it for the inning over to Sousa. But 5 runs, 5 loud runs, all the hits go into the warning track. Steve Oleshko's squad and the Hartford Orioles lead 5-3 as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning right here on Zaleski Sports.
We're back with Better Halves. Jane is looking for a better health plan. Jane?
I need someone who'll make time for me. So, how would you two get to know me?
You want time? I'll keep you on hold all night long.
He sounds gross.
Jane, I'm Steve from security. I won't treat you like a number. I've got award-winning service and coverage made just for you.
Now that's better. Next up, networks.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fir, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
We return to you guys live from Franklin Field, home of the Milwaukee Milkmen and UW-Milwaukee Panthers baseball team. Getting start to go underway. Hartford with 5 runs down in that top of the 4th inning. And they did it based off of a couple contact hits, a couple big hits, and a couple walks. Kind of doing a little bit of it all to get to the pitcher, Miles Howe, who was dealing through the first 3 innings, and it was 4 hits, 1 walk that led to the 5 runs for Hartford. First pitch is lined to the left field side. It is going to fall foul, just fouled, sliced down that left field side. Ani up to bat. Starting pitcher of the game against Muskego. He's playing this game today in right field. This one grounded over to the third baseman Helms, making the routine play for a 5-3 ground out to Laufenberg. So let's see now. New pitcher last inning. Only a 6-pitch inning for Ethan Ford, who came out of the bullpen after 2 innings. Making a middle relief appearance as Hartford looking to get another guy warming up in that bullpen. But 6 pitches in the inning makes it feel like Ford can go a while in this one. All ground outs or pop outs. Sousa up to bat, 1 for 1. First one was taken in for a ball. 2-0 now. On Mark Sousa. Hudson likes to stay aggressive in their counts. 2-0 pitch. Big swing and a miss out of the glove of the catcher, Mazer, for the first strike. Ford through that first inning. Lights out as another foul ball, a little late to it on that pitch. These Raiders looking to keep their undefeated streak alive, but They understand that they're at a tall task of a Hartford team that has beat Arrowhead so far this season. 2-2 pitch is down low and behind the catcher, Mazer. So the count goes full on him now. Hudson has had some really good wins this year, including the one today against number 1 Muskego 10-8. They swept Eau Claire North on a score of 21-0. Shut them out both times. This one popped up sky high in the air by Sousa. The left fielder has it over and he dives and he can't make it. And it's going to be a double, and they might honestly even call that an error. Maybe lost that one in the sun for Slater in left field. I think the wind might have cut that one back to the way he didn't want it either, because it looked like he was lining up to catch that ball, and that ball just went to the left side of Slater. So Sousa reaches on the full count. And they're going to call that one an error too on Slater. Bolio up to bat. First pitch is high for a ball. First hit given up by Ethan Ford. One pitch is popped up in the air to Romans in center field. He has a beat on and he makes the catch. Sousa advances to the third and the cutoff. No play there. 2 outs gone by in the bottom of the fourth. The wind is definitely playing a factor in this ball game today at Franklin Field, just as it did that last game. 3 home runs that with the wind helping pushing it out. A lot of great contact as well without the wind helping it out. A lot of no-doubters in that first game with Muskego versus Hudson. Ford takes the first pitch inside for a ball. Bolio fouls that one off. This game was technically supposed to be played yesterday, but good thing we didn't, because there was a lot of tornado warnings in the Milwaukee metro area. I'm sure Hudson had the experience at their hotel yesterday and a couple of days ago for Hartford, kind of in that area of that Sussex storm that produced an EF2 tornado a couple of nights ago. Glad everything's okay now. Prayers to everyone with their power out. 1-1 pitch to Bolio. This one fouled. It goes over the press box here. Very nice press box at Franklin Field with a couple suites on the left and right side. Actually, we're in our own room right now for the broadcast. A 1-2 pitch coming on Bolio. It goes outside. What a block right there from Mazer. That would have scored Sousa at third base, possibly. Matazinski and Sousa with the 2 home runs in that game against Muskego. Looking to see if any of these guys can have some pop to even this game up at 5 right now, with Sam Abrahamson up right now. Full count to Abrahamson. That one taken outside, just outside for ball 4. So runners on the corner with 2 out. And one of the dangerous hitters, Logan Hagman, coming up to bat here. He had 2 RBIs off of an RBI double his first time up. Runner goes to second. Mazur's not even going to think about throwing to second base for a potential double steal situation. So Abrahamson advances to second, and a base hit could tie this game right back up again. One and one now on Logan Hagman. And that one gets away from the catcher, Mazur. That's going to score a run. Sousa gets to the plate, and it's 5-4 now. Off of a wild pitch. And Hudson doing what they do always and do their celebration in the dugout. When you drive 5 hours, you got to have fun. And they're also looking to stay undefeated as well, which would add to the fun. 2-2 the count on Hagman now. 5-4 ball game. Hagman looking to tie this game up. That one gets past Mazur again. That's going to score another run. And 2 wild pitches ties this game up. And here they go again in the dugout with the celebration. Abrahamson scores, and we are level at 5. A lot of high-scoring games today around the Rock Sports Complex. Hagman grounds this one over to the left field side for a base hit. And they're looking to keep the parade going with their contact hitting. Heart of the order coming up. It's Jace Matazinski. Oh for 2 tonight to try to pick off at first base. Matazinski, a couple of ground outs, couple pop outs. Looking to give Hudson the lead right back. That one is taken outside for ball 1. Off of a fastball that time. Forward up to 29 pitches on the night. This one popped up high in the air to deep right field. The right fielder Walter's going over. It's going to get over the head and gone! Home run to the bleachers for Josh Matazinski. And that's his second home run, I believe, on the day, too. Wow. Just continuing to mash. How about that? Have yourself a day, Josh Matazinski. He sent that one a long way out of this. And you figure that one of them was bound to get out of here. Matazinski, if they had an MVP for this PBR showcase for every player, I think it should go to Josh Matazinski. Coming up with big hit after big hit to give Hudson the lead right back. And I'm starting to understand now why this Hudson team is a favorite to go to the state championship game this year. They just continue to hit. This one fouled away to the back screen for Manchester. Sam Manchester 0 for 1 on the day. Hudson doing it with a couple walks and hits this inning. 7 runs on 5 hits. A 1-1 pitch is down in the dirt for ball 2. Two-one delivery to Manchester. This one popped up high in the air. That's going to get into the seats and fall down. That one went high in the air and still stayed in play, actually. So now the count goes to 2-2 on Sam Manchester now. Looking at the crowd, good few families in the audience today. This one popped up high in the air to center field. The center fielder, Romans, calls it over and makes the play, and that's it for the inning. 4 runs come through, headlined by the Matazinski home run to send us to the 5th inning. Hudson right back in front by 2. You're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eclair.
Jane, I'm Steve from security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
At Ridgestop Exteriors, we're more than your average home improvement company. We're your neighbors, and for over 20 years, we've been trusted and proudly serving right here in your community. Customer service is our #1 goal. Call now for your free estimate.
Ridgetop Exteriors.
Top of the 5th inning here on Zaleski Sports. Elijah Vinkstalada on the call solo tonight. Matt Peck was with me early on. Had a family commitment tonight. But I'm here and we're working. And a big thriller of a game tonight here from Franklin Field. 7-5 lead for Hudson. Kind of started off with a 3-0 lead with Hudson on an RBI double from Logan Hagman. Then Hartford scored 5 unanswered in that 4th inning. It's an inning of the runs, if you will. 5 runs for Hartford and 4 runs for Hudson in that 4th inning. Lots of hits going off. 11 hits combined for both teams. A couple runs last inning for Hudson, scored on a wild pitch before that 2-run home run from Matazinski. Miles Howe coming back on the mound. This one grounded foul to the third base side. This game has definitely turned out to be a thriller so far. As we head in the 5th inning, this one definitely going a lot faster, though, than our Muskego versus Hudson first game. 1-2 pitch on Walter. This one grounded. What a play by the pitcher. Howe over to Sousa for out #1. Great pick. And let's see if Hartford right away, they had that 5th inning ambush with runs piled off with hits to the warning track. But let's see if now they can respond right back to Hudson's counter offer. This one popped up high in the air in the infield. Sousa has a beat on it, and it's out #2. 2 quick outs in the top of the 5th inning for Hartford. Walters. And now up to the plate for Hartford is Keekler, Easton Keekler. First pitch take on that left side corner outside. Not a lot of people in this audience. I would say like 100 people are in attendance here for this ball game. They don't know the score because the Jumbotron is off for this game. I'm the one and only guy up in this press box right now. Here at Franklin Field. So I guess they're going to have to tune into Zaleski Sports to kind of see the scoring going on. 7-5 ball game. This big swing and a miss from Keekler. One-two pitch, looking to go 1-2-3 for Miles Howe. After giving up 5 runs last inning, he fouls this one off. He's looking to finish this one off on a good note. Nobody loosening up in that bullpen, so this inning most likely belongs fully to Miles Howe, up to 75 pitches now. 76 make it off of that last one. 1-2 pitch again, swing and a foul ball, almost a strikeout. Had Keekler chasing after that one. we'll do the 1-2 over again. Beautiful facilities here at the Rock Sports Complex. Franklin Field, just one of them. We got right behind us Lux Golf, a Top Golf type place. That one's followed over to Lux Golf. You get to get your swings off just like if you would at a Top Golf location in Chicago, any of that stuff. Go and check them out. Crystal Ridge just finished up with skiing, snowboarding, and tubing. As that pitch is taken outside for a ball, 2-2. Just a lot of great things you could do here. You could get drinks at the Umbrella Bar at the Rock Sports Complex. Go watch the prospects play at the Rock Sports Complex baseball fields, if you will, down there. A lot of stuff to offer. Local restaurants as well. This is downtown Franklin, quote unquote, people call it. And they just keep on expanding down here in this area. Mike Zimmerman, the lead man of this facility here in Franklin, Wisconsin. I'm sure if you're a Hudson fan and you're in the area, you check this area out down here in Franklin. It's just such a beautiful city down here. A couple hotels surrounding it now too, with the Travel Hotels and this PBR event. I'm sure that's where Hudson stayed last night. So we'll do the 2-2 over again. Howe up to 80 pitches. This is a longer at-bat, 6-pitch at-bat for Kiekler. 2-2 delivery is fouled again, and we'll see another pitch. Pitch number 7 coming up. Kiekler looking to see if he can get Howe to make a mistake and let one ride. 2-2 delivery again. Swing and a miss. The Hudson dugout comes out to celebrate with Miles Howe, and he gets out of another jam. Not even a jam. 1-2-3 inning, just the long pitch one. You're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Hey, Fleet Farm fans, you asked, we listened. You wanted lower prices? You got them. In-store, online. We drop prices everywhere. Lower prices on summer favorites like Liquid Pool Shock, Griller's Gold Barbecue Pellets, and Airhead Towables. Lower prices on big-name pet care like Purina Tidy Cats. Lower prices on Valvoline Motor Oils. All because you said so. Look for the bright green price drop signs to find new lower prices on everything you need for everyday life. Only at Fleet Farm.
Looking for a place where everyone feels at home? Welcome to Point Brewery, your family-friendly tap room with something for everyone. From a wide variety of local brews to classic point sodas for the kids, we've got the perfect pour for everyone. Craving a bite? We've got hot, cheesy Portesi pizzas ready when you are. Whether you're hanging out inside or soaking up the sun in our outdoor beer garden, there's space to unwind. Planning a celebration? Reserve our private event room and make it a gathering to remember. Point Brewery, good times, great taste, all on tap.
We welcome you guys back here from Franklin Field. 7-5 ball game in the bottom of the 5th inning. Hour and a half into this one. Hudson with the 7-5 lead in the game that's gone back and forth. 3-0 start for Hudson. Via a couple hits, RBI double from Logan Hagman. A 5-run inning. A couple RBIs from Kolb, Mazer, and Laufenberg to give them 5 and put them up 5-3, and then a 4-run spot, a couple wild pitches to tie the game up, and a 2-run bomb from Manijesk, or pardon me, hang on here. I just had his name right too. Jace Matazinski. Second home run of the day for him, and he is showing his power surge. That one went all the way to the bleachers in an MLB minor league stadium here at Franklin Field. Beautiful facility. Milkman getting set to start in the American League Baseball Association. One of the lower minor league affiliated leagues. I don't think they're not even single A. It's just affiliated with the Major League Baseball though. Tim Dillard, one of the Milwaukee Brewers announcers, played for this team in 2020 before he retired to become an analyst with the Brewers. He was also a former Milwaukee Brewer as well. That was the year the Milwaukee Milkmen won the American League Baseball Championship in 2020. I believe that was a year or two after their inaugural season. First pitch taken in for a strike, as we're 4.5 innings into this one. Bullis will lead off. Spencer Bullis didn't play last game. Different pitcher in this game as well for Hartford is Horwath. Andrew Horwath. One to Bullis. Taken high and upstairs. The third pitcher being used for Steve Oleshko. Trying to prevent the damage. Both of his pitchers giving up runs. Mainly for the starting pitcher, Braden Slack. 2 innings pitched, 2 hits, 3 walks was his main story of his start. Then Ford came in, started off fine his first inning, and then his second one gave up a couple hits in that home run to Matazinski. So now on to Andrew Horwath, who is looking to continue this game and try to keep the score where it is so Hartford can stay in striking distance. Lefty-lefty matchup, a swing and a miss on Bullis. The first out and a good start to the outing for Andrew Horwath. This Hartford team, like I said early on in this broadcast, if you're just joining us, they've defeated some pretty good teams so far this season, most notably defeating another top 10 team in the Arrowhead Warhawks at home 2-1, a big pitching duel. Horwath did pitch in that game as well. That was his one of his last outings. 3 innings pitched, 3 hits, and 3 walks and 4 Ks. Didn't give up any runs, which was a big sight against that Arrowhead Warhawks team that is looking to make their way to the state tournament again. That Classic 8 is a really big conference, but a couple surprises in there as well. Oak Creek in their first season there, off to an 0-4 start. We're supposed to play this week 3 times, and they didn't end up playing any because of how bad the weather was flooding-wise. We're supposed to play Waukesha West twice and then Kimberly today at Oak Creek. 2-0 now on Brady Swanson, who's 0-2 on the night. He's on the 2-0 count early on, make it 3-0 on the count now. Combined 5 Ks on the day between both teams. 4 for Hartford, 1 for Hudson. Horwath taking the rosin bags. That pitch is taken high for ball 4 and a 4-pitch walk for the second time for Hartford today. Swanson reaches out for the first time on the day. Ani comes up to bat now for Hudson. Ani had a pretty good outing today against the Muskego Warriors. On the mound, he pitched 3 innings. He did all right. Gave up 6 hits and only a few runs against a really good Muskego team. Their most notable pitcher that game was nobody other than Josh Matazinski, who had a really nice outing on the mound. 4 innings, only 1 earned run. And he hit 2 home runs today as well. This one popped up in the air, foul out of play. That's why I think if they ever had an award for this PBR showcase event, Matazinski should be considered as a unanimous MVP, putting the ball in play, saving a couple runs against the #1 team in the state. They have it. He had it all today at the showcase. 1-1 on Ani. Swing and a miss into the glove of Mazer off of a foul tip. upcoming schedule for the Hudson Raiders. They'll host Menominee and then head to Menominee for a 2-game series on Tuesday and Thursday next week. The next Saturday, they'll head to Madison Memorial for a big contest in the non-conference. Looks like Hudson doesn't schedule their cupcakes either. They want to show that they can get to the state tournament first at this event today by beating a really tough, unanimous D1 state championship team in Muskego, who won it all last year. They showed everything that they can hit and come back from nothing. Once fouled to the back screen. Came back 8-2 against Muskego the other night, and so far today they technically had another comeback after they went down 5-3 and scored 4 unanswered up to this point where we are now, and what would be possibly another comeback if they could keep this the way it is. Bergen Ani takes high for a ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes now on Bergen. Horvath up to 15 pitches now. This game's kind of slowed down a little bit lately as we're in the bottom of the 5th inning. Sun's going to set in about 40-45 minutes, so the sun won't really be an issue anymore with the shadows of Lux Golf in the background kind of covering the outfield here. Full count now on Bergen Ani. This one popped up in the air into the seats on the first base side. Heads up to the fans on Hudson, Hartford side. Got some fans in the outfield bleachers playing some catch, hoping that they could try to get a home run out there. They're having a fun time just playing some tag outside. That's what it's all about around this time of the year. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Ani goes down swinging. And make that strikeout number 2 for Horvath. 2 strikeouts and a walk so far in his appearance. And they're looking to leave it at that. Sousa comes up to bat now. 2 for 2 today. Hasn't been retired yet. He had a double and a base hit early on in this one. Scored a couple runs as well. It's a triple and a homer away from the cycle. Lefty-lefty matchup. This one grounded over and lined. Easy as 1-2-3 on the line out to Helms. As we get out of this inning with no damage done for Hartford. Let's see if their bats can even this one up as we head to the top of the 6th inning. Right here in live on Zaleski Sports.
Hey, Fleet Farm fans, you asked, we listened. You wanted lower prices? You got them. In-store, online. We drop prices everywhere. Lower prices on summer favorites like Liquid Pool Shock, Griller's Gold Barbecue Pellets, and Airhead Towables. Lower prices on big-name pet care like Purina Tidy Cats. Lower prices on Valvoline motor oils. All because you said so. Look for the bright green price drop signs to find new lower prices on everything you need for everyday life. Only at Fleet Farm.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 180,000 participants here in Wisconsin who take part in high school sports.
Back here for the start of the top of the 6th inning, right here on Zaleski Sports. I'm Elijah Vinks-A-Lot solo on the call. Heading into the final 1.5 innings if Hudson can hold on to this one. Some score updates around the state. 5-1 lead for Waterford against New Berlin West here at the PBR Showcase. Franklin with the 12-3 lead on St. Thomas More. And a lot of other scores coming around, still the same. Only a few games left here at the PBR showcase that I just announced. This one here is the closest game so far, though, out of all the ones going live. Franklin looking to continue their undefeated streak. New pitcher coming in for the Hudson Raiders. It's Meyer coming in. Nolan Meyer. Second pitcher coming in tonight. First pitch is in for a strike. Good outing, pretty good outing today for Miles Howe. 5 innings, 6 hits, 5 earned runs, 2 walks, and 4 Ks. May seem like a lot, but at the same time, he kind of let it go as this one's grounded over to Matazinski. Routine play with the sidearm over to Sousa for out number 1. Sun's still peeking out just a little bit into the bleachers. I don't think it'll be too big of an issue in the sky anymore as it was early on. Kolb coming up to bat. Aiden Kolb had a 2 RBI double to that right field wall. Hit an opposite field double. That one's inside for a ball. That's pretty much it for the night for him, though. 2 balls and no strikes. He grounds this one over to the pitcher, Meyer. Nolan Meyer easily fields it over to Sousa for out number 2. And the ground outs have been a big factor in the last 2 innings for Hartford at the plate. Just haven't been able to get the right approach to get one through the infield. It's a quick 6 pitches for Nolan Meyer. And now the Penn State commit Brady Helms comes up. He's 1 for 3 on the day. One's taken inside for a strike. This one popped up high in the air to deep center field, and it falls out of the glove of Manchester. And diving into second base with the belly flop is Brady Helms. It's going to be an error on Sam Manchester. It looked like he had a beat on it, and it looked like, once again, the wind kind of took charge of that ball, and it got down for him to get to second base. Let's see what Game Changer scores it. Game Changer is going to score it as a double for now. That was a tough play to make at the same time because the wind just kept cutting that ball off. Little mound visit talk with Hagman and Nolan Meyer. Only throwing 7 pitches so far in this inning. I think Coach Brent Blagan is going to try to let him ride this whole thing out if he could keep this where it is. One's taken inside for a strike. Lights just getting turned on in the stadium. Minor league affiliate. Milwaukee Milkmen. Caden Roman's at the plate right now looking to cut this lead down or tie it up right now. Go tying run at the plate. Roman's had a double out of the 4 players. This one's fouled out of play into the line in Kugel's hop yard. So 2-2 now on Caden Romans. Nolan Meyer looking to get 1 strike out of this one after the double from Brady Helms. 2-2 pitch is inside, full count. Or 3-2 now. Let's see if they got Helms. Steve Oleshko has Helms running here. Has him stay put. This one's going to line up the center field right into the glove of Manchester, and that'll be it for the 6th inning. A fly-out line drive to center field takes us to the bottom of the 6th inning, where Hudson looks to put some more insurance runs to set up a save situation into the 7th inning right here on Zaleski Sports.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
My grandparents worked so hard their whole life to keep things nice. You want to make sure that you're getting the job done correctly. At no point did I feel like I wasn't being handled by professionals. They were literally taking it on a surgical level, it seemed. Like they were very, very thorough on every step. I feel like Infinity treated my family with the same respect they would have treated their own. I feel like my house is brand new again.
We welcome you guys back here on Zaleski Sports. We want to remind you of our game day sponsor, Prospects Training Academy. At Prospect Training Academy, we train to develop and create leaders on and off the field. We teach our players to be prepared, tough, and accountable. We also focus about the importance of academics and character, and we also play for the name on the front and the teammates around us. Sign up today at ptabaseball.com. Once again, that is ptabaseball.com. PTA Academy is located in Oak Creek, Wisconsin. But they do play their home games here. That's why, most notably, one of the guys that runs this event, Joe Olivo, is the main guy at that. You can get in contact with him. Set up your travel ball. So we get set here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Josh Manchester, pardon me, well, that was his name. I got those two mixed up because I think there was a Jace on one of the teams. On Hartford, I believe. One's over the top of the head. Horwath comes out for his 2nd inning of work. Johnson pinch hitting for Bo Leo. Probably going to take over in left field for him. One's outside for a ball. I think I might have got Jace and Josh Madazinski or whatever. Madazinski and Manchester mixed up. That might have been why I said those two wrong. This one's grounded over to the first base side. Making the play over is Laufenberg for out number 1. Upcoming schedule for Hartford. They will head to Grafton on Monday at home, and then they'll play Grafton for the 2nd game of their series at Grafton next Wednesday at 4:45 p.m. both games. Then next Thursday they play a series of 3 straight games from that Grafton game on the road. Wednesday they will host Menominee Falls, another top 25 team in the state, on Thursday at 5 p.m. and they'll host Oconomowoc at 4:30 p.m. next Friday. It's big swing and a miss by Abrahamson. Abrahamson plated 3 runs tonight, walked a few times. Sam Manchester is his name in center field. I think I might have said Josh. Couple Sams on this team. 1-1 on Abrahamson, one of the other Sams. Big swing and a miss. 1-2 now. Horwath doing a good job just keeping the score where it is right now. One and a thirds pitch, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. No earned runs. Abrahamson hasn't got a hit, but like I said, he reached every time, and that one is taken down low for ball 2. Serving as the leadoff hitter and doing just what a leadoff hitter does as he strikes out right there on the 2-2 pitch. First time he's been retired tonight. Logan Hagman, the catcher, comes up. 2 RBIs in this one on an RBI double. Hartford looking to set up a potential situation where they can try to come back in this one. Only down by 2 right now, looking to keep it the way it is. Hagman takes a low strike in this at-bat. 2 for 2, and he hasn't been retired yet either tonight. He's been hit by a pitch, and then a couple pairs of hits, a double and a base hit. On his double, he had an RBI. 2 RBIs make it. That one's taken high and upstairs for a ball. Count heads to 1-1 now, and a big swing and a miss from Hagman. 1-2 now. Horwath really dialing it in out of that bullpen. The third pitcher used by Steve Oleshko. He's going to use that rosin bag, try to get the good grip on the ball, and look to get out of another 1-2-3 inning. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. He pumps his fist on the mound, and we head to the final frame of this ball game. Last chance, last 3 outs coming up for Hartford. We'll see if they can tie or take the lead here right after this on Zaleski Sports.
Hey, Fleet Farm fans, you asked, we listened. You wanted lower prices? You got them. In-store, online. We drop prices everywhere. Lower prices on summer favorites like Liquid Pool Shock, Griller's Gold Barbecue Pellets, and Airhead Towables. Lower prices on big-name pet care like Purina Tidy Cats. Lower prices on Valvoline Motor Oils. All because you said so. Look for the bright green price drop signs to find new lower prices on everything you need for everyday life. Only at Fleet Farm.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
We are down to the final stretch here on Zaleski Sports. Elijah Vanxalata here on Zaleski Sports on the call solo tonight. Nolan Meyer looking to finish the job to complete a 2-0 day at the PBR Showcase on a 5-hour drive from Hudson, Wisconsin to Franklin. Looking to stay undefeated as well. They are currently 7-0, looking to finish it off with an 8-0 way. They will play Menominee next week on Tuesday twice, and then they'll play at Madison Memorial next Saturday. This is a team to watch for sure, folks. By the way, folks, after this game, no Nasonville Dairy. Oh, I will be doing a Nasonville Dairy postgame show without a player and coach, though, since it's just me here tonight. Matt Peck will be back on Tuesday and be on the call for New Berlin Eisenhower hosting Wisconsin Lutheran. First pitch is taken outside for a ball. The catcher Mazer leading off. He had 2 RBIs early on in the game, 1 hit. Fouls that one off to the back screen. Hudson looking to finish the job here. That go-ahead home run was the deal for Matazinski. As that one, he just lays his arm out and takes it just like your coach tells you to do in the elbow guard. A hit by pitch to start the inning. And the catcher, Mazer, reaches base for Jackson Slater, who comes up 0 for 2 on the day, playing in left field tonight. Sun still hasn't set just yet. It is at its peak right now. 7:34, the official time of sunset tonight in Franklin, Wisconsin. First pitch is taken high for a ball. Tying run at the plate. Let's see if Slater has a swing in the bat to even this game up at 7 or try to get a run in through the gap. This one does just that. Oh, it hits Mazer, and they're not going to be able to get a play at this at all. That might actually be a break in disguise. But they're going to... Wait a minute here. They're going to send Mazer back over for a pinch runner, I believe, now. He's just running it off because he got hit with the line drive bullet hit from his guy. They're going to call that an out, actually. That's what it was. Forget in high school when you get hit on it. That's an unfortunate that's an unfortunate scene of events when you get hit on the run. That would have been a base hit if that didn't hit him, and I'm sure he's upset about that because that could have been first and even third base. Even a double right there. As now Walters comes up to bat. So a tough break right there for Hartford as the line drive from Slater hits the catcher Mazer. That would be a force out at second base. This one lined over and a fair ball down the left field side for Walters. Slater rounding up to third base. They're going to round it over and a slide to third base for Slater. Standing at second base is Brady Walters. It's a 1-out double and the Orioles are not done yet. The tying run advances to second. The go-ahead run coming into the plate now, and Meyer gives up that line drive. It was a low one, too. So here we go. PTA prospects actually, as we speak, getting ready to play a game right after us here at Franklin Field. First pitch is taken inside for a strike. This one has turned out to finish in a thriller. Brandon Radermacher comes up to bat now, 1 for 2 on the day. Looking to tie this game up. This one popped up, playable in right field high, and Ani makes the catch. The throw is cut off. A run scores. Both runners tag at second and third base. It's a 6-7 game, but they get an out of it. So last chance, RBI sac fly for Radermacher. The tying run 90 feet away from the plate. Nolan Meyer 1 out away from helping these Hudson Raiders stay undefeated. Keekler up to bat. First pitch is in there for a strike. Easton Keekler 0 for 2 here at the bottom of the order with a walk and 2 strikeouts. So this is probably a guy that Meyer and the Raiders want up right now. 0-1 pitch. This one popped up in the air. This shall do it. Third baseman Swanson calls for it, and that will do it. A 2-0 day for the Hudson Raiders to advance to 8-0. They do their celebration at second base. Hartford made this one interesting. They fall to 4-3, and the Nasonville Dairy postgame show coming up right after this on Zaleski Sports. 6-7 final.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy.
We welcome you guys back here from on Zaleski Sports. 7-6 final. Hudson defeats Hartford, and we're going to get a little recap here on the Nasonville Dairy postgame show. 9 hits, 6 runs for Hartford. We'll start off with their lineup. Kolb with 1 hit, 2 RBIs. Helms with 2 hits. Romans with 1 hit and a strikeout. Mazer with a hit and 2 RBIs. Slater with a hit in 3 plate appearances. Walters with a hit and a walk. The designated hitter was that Rademacher with 1 hit and 2 plate appearances. Kiekler reached on with the walk, 2 strikeouts and 3 plate appearances. Laufenberg with a hit and an RBI as well to round out the 6 runs and 9 hits. Hartford had more hits in this game, but they just couldn't finish the job and get through that 4th inning comeback off after Hudson went down 5-3 after those few wild pitches from the relief pitcher Ford, who takes the loss for today. The pitching staff slack started this game. 2 innings pitched, 2 walks, 3 earned runs, 3 walks, and no strikeouts thrown. 3 earned runs, I should say. Ethan Ford gets the loss with 2 innings, 2 hits, 4 earned runs. Or none of them earned, actually, because he walked all of them, and then 1 walk, no strikeouts. And Horwath with 2 innings, 1 walk, and 4 Ks to kind of keep this game where it was, but they couldn't finish the job at the end of the day. And stats-wise for Hudson, Sam Abrahamson with 2 walks, 1 strikeout, 3 runs plated in for him to score. Hagman with 2 hits, the RBI double. Jace Matuszynski with a 2-run home run for his hit to ultimately win the game for the Hudson Raiders, to score 7 runs. Sam Manchester with a walk and 2 plate appearances. Bullis with a walk and a strikeout and 2 plate appearances. Swanson in 2 plate appearances with a walk and a flyout. Ani, 3 plate appearances, 1 strikeout. Didn't reach on other than that. Sousa with a hit and 2 runs scored. Bo Leo, the left fielder, with 2 plate appearances. And Johnson taking over in left field, got a plate appearance, but didn't do much there. 7-6 your final from the Prep Baseball Report Showcase in Franklin, Wisconsin. We're glad you guys could join us here all day long for 2 of the biggest games in our area and even in the state. Hudson showing why they're a legit state contender, and they improved to 8-0, while Hartford, it falls to 4-3 on the season. And real quick, the pitching, Miles Howe gets the win. 5 innings pitched, 6 hits, 5 earned runs, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts, and Nolan Meyer with the save. 2 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run to seal the deal. For the Raiders, they advance to 8-0, and once again, like I said, show why they are legit, because they stay in the game no matter what, win or lose. And that'll do it for me here at Zaleski Sports. Signing off here on Zaleski Sports, I'm Elijah Vanxalata. We will see you again on Tuesday for New Berlin, Eisenhower, and Wisconsin Lutheran in the Woodland Conference on Zaleski Sports. Have a good night, ladies and gentlemen.